right, little buddy. It was a cold one in Arkaroola. 0 this morning. Frost on the bike. Very chilly morning. But luckily, we were in nice warm rooms. Time to get up, start heading into the desert. Alright, here we are. Arkaroola. We spent like a good couple hours in that shed trying to fix those Motorcas 690. We first did the Simpson. Oh, what a morning. Up your pizza and that. Actually, I don't have piss, so good time to stop for piss. What ancient ruin can I pee in?
I was just pulling it from here, but see there.
701 has thrown an error code. How many error codes on the WR?
Oh, no, that's
none.
That's
Still just working out the
water hose.
fuel tank plumbing. You need need to be a qualified plumber to run 2 tanks, it seems. Very difficult. Checking the code on the bike. Nerves,
just
OBD.
to like,
I don't think it'll work.
Just
Tom
just to
says
like
it will
doubly
work.
check.
Dude, it's
make
OBD.
sure.
It stands for uni. Oh no, there's no U in there,
so
but it's meant
that's
to
the
be
dongle right
universal.
here. Where is the dongle?
Oh, it's plugged in. That's it. There.
Okay.
Nah, that'll
Yeah,
have
so just
everything.
unplug that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So this is it.
Plug her in, nerves.
Same?
Not the same.
No.
Nope.
No, this
Done.
is the
Who
Yamaha.
would have said it was the same? You liars.
Liar.
I know nothing. I'm Jon Snow. This is getting a bit fun. Should be standing up though. Lazy. Being lazy. So yeah, the HUSQVARNA had some issues last night pulling into Arkaroola. The rear tank stopped working and his bike died. Switched it to the front tank, started working. So the rear tank had died. They didn't know if it was fuel pump or you know, something in the lines to the tank. Usually there's a T junction to the 2 tanks. I've seen that get clogged up with sand or dust and shit before. I've seen that plenty of times. I'm not a huge fan of these. Well, actually, I was actually really excited when I first saw the LR 701 because it's a factory item, not some hack job. All the you know, Safari hack job double tanks, I've seen them fail so many times. But I thought a factory one would be a bit better. But so we spent, old mate Silas spent pretty much all night on where's Nerb going? That's the wrong way, Nerb. He spent all night bloody disassembling the bike and checking all the fuel pumps. He's got 2 spare fuel pumps, so he's got plenty of spares for it. Fuel pumps look good, getting power, priming, but still wasn't working the rear tank. This is a bit of a downhill, eh? But then what they kind of found, which is, I never would have found this at all. When you fill the tank up, obviously you always get a bit that kind of overflows when you like lift the bike back up or something. And because it's Euro 5 emission standard, that fuel cannot go to atmosphere or leak onto the ground underneath the bike. So what it does is it uses like a vacuum line, goes to a charcoal canister, where I don't know if he figured it out, if it either evaporates from the charcoal canister, removing some of the emissions, or if it actually recirculates back into the fuel system. But what was happening is, we're doing such big kilometers, we're filling the bikes up multiple times a day and filling it to the brim because you want to get as far as you can get. That charcoal canister was just full the whole time and not evaporating, and then clogging the vacuum line. and then stopping the functionality of the tank. So what he did is just kind of bypass that charcoal canister and just have a line that runs to the bottom of the bike. So if you do overfill, it just pisses out the bottom of the bike and keeps everything working. Nerb's got an OBD code reader, but he's only got the plug for Yamaha. I'm surprised because, you know, OBDs are meant to be universal. It looks like it's just universal on car. He's got a Yamaha plug, but no KTM plug. I reckon I can get up here in third. Power! I had to snap second. Couldn't get it done. Geez, some of these rocks are... Why? Nerb's having a gabunga gunga. Mate, this is a Tanneray front rim bender if I've ever seen it. Happy I took my down jacket off. It was 0 degrees in Arkaroola. And now I just up going up a couple hills and stuff. Warm. This is a good little open, flowy twin track. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last bit of dirt that we do. Well, not the last bit of dirt, but the last bit of enjoyable dirt we do for a little bit. I have a pretty big motor today. We need to 80 k's of that until Copley. Copley is where we get a quality Kwangdong pie and a delicious breakfast in the sun. I'm very much looking forward to that, and a latte. And then from there we're on road, like sealed pavement road to Marree, and then from there it's dirt. Like that's it, dirt from there on up basically. But it's main road kind of dirt. We're going to William Creek and then Lake Eyre, which is quite far. It's a big day of motoring ahead of us. Belting along this track for, just seems like it goes on and on and on, and I'm looking out at all these mountains. It's just mountain out here in the middle of nowhere, and I'm just thinking, I wonder if any of these mountains, like, just literally no one's ever gone up. Like, no one's ever gone up that bit of that mountain, like, and I could be the first. I'm like, I'm sure not every single one of these little mountains is named. And I'm sure there's got to be one of them just no one's ever gone up, and I could be the first. But then I remember that the bloody Aboriginals have been here a bajillion times longer than white man, so I'm sure the humble Aboriginals have scaled every mountain in the 40,000 plus years that they've been around. Heading into Copley, just over there. So excited. So the last like 3 trips I've done, I've had breakfast in Copley. It's bacon and eggs, a latte. There's a nice table outside. You can sit in the sunshine. It's always been sunny every time I've come here.
This way or the next one?
No, it's just up here.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter, I think.
My phone shut down.
That's not good.
Oh.
Maybe it's too cold.
Ooh, too cold?
Yes. Here we are, boys. My table of happiness. Here we are, Nerb.
Yes.
Been here the last 4 trips. Can't miss it. Alright, here at Copley, lined up, living off the land, having a beautiful bacon and egg. That is a bacon and egg, sir. It is beautiful. Wedge-tail eagle. One of the biggest eagles. 2 of them. Looking for little marsupials to eat. Fueled up?
Yep, filled up.
Sick.
Ready to go.
All my warm weather gear on, I'm ready. Going to Farina. The lady was telling us that the bakery is open here. Last time we were here, there was nothing here at all. But there's a bakery with an underground, like, bread oven or something. Yeah, the train used to come through here. So yeah, supposedly this has got an underground bready thing. Pretty cool. Just joking around before, we're showing the guys from Europe a historic town that is only 100 years old. People from Europe where most of their houses are 100 years old. We don't really have much history here in Australia. They're like, well, look, this is a 100-year-old building, where these guys from Portugal have castles that are 1,000 years old in their backyard. Australian history is not very impressive unless you get into Aboriginal history, and then we'll win. If I can show you a Aboriginal cave painting from 40,000 years ago, that's pretty cool. Pulled into Marree, last kind of decent town until Birdsville. So that way is Mundarani. I remember this place well, this little petrol station. In here many a time. This is kind of our last stop last time before we kind of really went into the desert. What do we got? Unleaded. Primo. Nope, diesel. Let's get some last food and water. We are ready. We are prepared. Let's go. I don't know if this is a joke. The Lake Eyre Yacht Club. I mean, we're in the middle of the desert, but I guess Lake Eyre does get water in it occasionally. And every 20 years or so, get the yacht out. Go sailing. That'd be great. Warning, remote areas ahead. Full of fuel. We're on the Unadata track now. Goodbye road. For a while. I don't know when we'll see a road again. Maybe not till after Fink, I guess. Could be bloody Alice Springs. Goodbye road. There we go, into the dirt. Ooh, there's a little bit of water around the Unadata track. Nothing too serious for the old motorbike though. Geez, you can see, look at the tracks. This is the Unadata track. They've had quite a bit of rain over the last 2 weeks. Imagine, you can still see a little bit of moisture in the depression in the road, and this has had a while to dry out. Can't imagine doing hundreds of kilometers like this in a four-wheel drive. Oh my god. Guess we're lucky it's all dried out now. No dramas. Oh wow. Like a river on the Unadata track. Rivers. Pretty cool. Where are all the birds? Usually there's a lot of birds when the desert gets some water. Supposedly out here they'll get some rain and then there'll be a big lake and then there'll be fish in it. They're like, where the frick do the fish come from? Must be like eggs in the ground or something. They just come to life. Pretty crazy. Lake Eyre South. Let's have a lazy old look, eh? Is it a mirage or is there water? That's water, isn't it?
Beautiful. Sure is.
That's crazy. Lake Eyre South. I think you can see it over there. Water. In the middle of the freaking desert. Quite hard to see. Kind of just looks like a mirage, but there is water. Lake Eyre. That was a big stint, 202 kilometers. Lake Eyre, 60 kilometers, Halgan Bay. High clearance, all-wheel drives only. High clearance, eh? Sheesh. Sheesh. Oh my god, look at the freaking mud. Dry. Went the wrong way. What are we stopping for? Another puncture? Hopefully not. What's wrong? Is it the tank problem again?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. Rear fuel pump's not coming on.
Not priming?
No.
Should be a little bit in there. Was it diesel in there or petrol? Can't remember.
This thing will run.
That'll literally be fuel from probably Birdsville or something from 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Should be fine though. That's how much sun we have left. Not a whole lot. Silas's rear tank. So we had all the debacle about the emissions stuff, and then his bike just stopped before. The old 690s, they love to just stop randomly. It appears that his rear fuel pump is not working. I'm actually surprised that both those tanks, they both have fuel pumps. I guess you have to, but there's a fuel pump in each tank, and it looks like the rear is not working. And he only had fuel in the rear, so no one else had fuel. Nerb and Nunu are ahead, and they've got fuel, but they're ahead, so they're gone. They're already at the campsite. Luckily, I had a Rotopax on the back of my bike, but that Rotopax I haven't used since the last Simpson trip in 2019. It's been sitting in my garage for 3 years. And only had like maybe a liter and a half of fuel in it. So we chucked that in it, and we'll see how far that gets him. About 30 k's to go to the campsite, where Nerv and that'll have fuel, or we could siphon the fuel out of the rear tank. Whoa! This is so hard with the shadows across the track. I literally can't see, my visor's dusty, but very difficult. We can siphon the tank out of the, siphon the fuel out of the rear tank, put it in the front tank, to get him to Williams Creek. But he has 2 spare fuel pumps, as I said earlier today. I mean, it might be the switch or something. There's a switch that turns on the fuel pump. Could just be that as well. The whole ground has changed colour. It's now all black and white spotties. That's weird. Everything just changed as soon as I went over that hill. That's so weird. Whoa! Oh, it's like sandy. Very odd surface. Well, I haven't seen Silas yet. He's getting bloody far off my 1 litre of petrol. Probably have about 12 kilometres to go to the lake. Which I guess is good. Someone has to go back to bring him fuel. It's not bringing too far. Look at that pretty sky, man. Look at that. Blue, pink, yellow over there. The sunsets out here where it's really flat. I mean, this is Lake Eyre, so it doesn't get much flatter than this, man. Underneath the sea level here. Look at those colors, man. Wow. There it is. High risk of danger and life. Lake Eyre. And is this Silas taking a picture, or is this Silas out of fuel? Nope, looks like he's just taking a picture. That is flat out there. Not a lot of water though, like the Nerv said we'd be able to be close to the water, but it doesn't look like we're anywhere near it. It's still just a lot of mud. Where's the boys? They're over there, are they? Am I going to fit through here? Woo! Toilets and everything. Jesus. Oh, look at this. Undercover. And they've just left. Done. Look at that. The 1 litre of fuel, he's done it. Let's go get pictures before it gets too dark. Nerb has taken us to a barren wasteland. Windy and cold, not a tree in sight, no campfire. This place is terrible. He took us all the way out here to look at some mud.
Yeah, I know you love the scenery. Beautiful.
The sign says, British explorer called this place dreary and cheerless.
Hey Tom.
Yes.
Look out until you see the seaweed line and look really closely at the seaweed.
Why?
Go do it.
Alright. Alright, Nerve's telling me to go to the seaweed line and look down. I mean, it looks like I'm on the moon, but I don't see anything. Why do you take me to these places, Nerve? This is boring. Lake Eyre, a whole lot of nothing. Alright, Nerve's gonna show us something cool.
Oh, I think it's to do with aliens.
Aliens?
No, what is the seaweed? Go have a look at it, Tom.
Are they locusts or something? Caterpillars?
What?
That's a bird wing.
They're
look, all
yeah, locusts.
grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers, wow.
There's millions of them.
A plague. You've brought us to a dead plague. See what? See how it is described? Dreary and cheerless. Thank you, Nerb. This is the guy who named it. So we are currently 15 meters below sea level. The lowest point in Australia. This is the lowest point of my life, Nerb. Split up the pavilions. We've got the Snorers Pavilion and the Cool Kids Pavilion over here. You can't have campfires. Miserable. This is where we're camping. Bike. Little tenty.
Oh, Jesus.
It's still going. A little pasta on the jet boil.
Got it?
Ready in the
Express?
buttermilk.
I really want to pick that up. I think it's probably working well.
It's not that hard, really. All I do is take the rear wheel off, take the wide flap off, and then I'll drain the fuel, and then unbolt the pump.
And then pull the pump apart to change the pump.
Oh, it just comes off.
Just be violent.
Yeah.
But I need to reuse it.
Yeah.
Don't be violent.
It's metal.
Don't
You
be
can straighten it
violent.
back again.
Dangerous
Late
to
night
my
fuel
fingers.
pump work.
In the box and everything.
Well, I repacked with other stuff.
That's where it is.
Catch it.
In its butt. In the bike's butt. That's a big filter.
Just gonna have to straighten it afterwards.
Yeah. Now?
Didn't even notice. He's right next to us.
Yep.
It's the highway rock melons.
Getting boring.
Look, it's the fruit that was on the road.
No.
Heaps of them. Should have had them for dinner.